The Launch Club can confirm that Nigerian students are being denied entry at the port of entry. Lots of Nigerian students have been deported after being granted student visa to come to the United Kingdom. This is the latest update. I have spoken to more than 8 Nigerians who were affected by this update. This is very, very important and new. If you know anyone who is planning to come and study in the United Kingdom, or anyone who is already in the United Kingdom, please kindly ensure that they see this video. Good afternoon. If you're somebody that is interested in the latest diaspora news, this is the place to be. Frank is my name, and thank you to all those who have been supporting our channel. Let's dive into the story that we have for you today. Why are Nigerian students being returned back? Not only Nigerian students, a lot of international students, but Nigerian students have been affected more by what is currently happening in the UK. A lot of people are still not aware of this. This is why today's video is very, very important that you share this video with anyone who you know who is planning to come and study in the UK, or anyone who is already in the UK. What happened is that a few weeks ago, there was protest in universities in the northern part of England. There was protest because a group of Nigerian students who came to study in the UK, these students got their visa, they came to the UK. When they arrived in the UK, their universities told them that they will have to pay the school fees before they will be allowed to register. The students were saying to this school that why do they need to register? At least they're already in the UK. They've been granted their visa. They should allow them to enroll, and they go into arrangement with the university and pay on installment. The university said, no, if you do not register, we are not going to allow, if you do not pay the remaining fees, we're not going to allow you to enroll. We're going to inform the Home Office straight away. These students, they had some, they themselves, they went into protest, and they were protesting that the university, what the university is doing is not fair to them. After that incident, the university then passed those student information to the Home Office. All those students that took part in that protest, they are in the UK. The university asked them that the Home Office asked them to pay the remaining fees, or else their visa will be revoked. Out of the 21 students that took part, only 2 were able to pay the fees. The remaining 20, they disappear. The Home Office couldn't find them, and the university, they didn't enroll in the school. After that incident, the Home Office then told universities in the UK that any student that is coming in the UK, that is coming to study in the UK, even if you've already been granted visa, when you come, the Home Office, they are carrying out extra check at the port of entry. And this is why a lot of Nigerian students are now being deported. So let's break it down. Before you get admission, before you get a visa in the UK as a student, you will have to present your bank statement. Once the university has offered you a place, you will need to present your bank statement to say, John Radcliffe University or Manchester University, this is the person that is going to sponsor me. The person that is going to sponsor you will not bring your bank account to show evidence that they have the money to be able to sponsor you, and they will pay a percentage of your school fees upfront. That is the process. They pay the percentage of the front. You will be given your cast number, which you will use to apply to get your visa to come to the UK. This is where it is very, very urgent that you listen to this. So the university, once a couple of Nigerian students have already paid their fees, the percentage, the deposit in Nigeria, They realized that a lot of students, when they come into the UK, the person that presented bank statement that said, I am going to sponsor my child, they realized that once this person comes to the UK, the person is now relying on work in order to pay their fees. Meanwhile, when the person applied before, they said to the university, I have the money, this is the evidence, this is the bank statement to show that I have the money. The university were now wondering, why is it that when Nigerian students are applying, they present themselves as people that have the money, that they are not coming to work to pay their fees, but once they get their visa and come into the country, it's a different thing. That is why they started informing the Home Office. So the 8 people that I've spoken to, this is what happened to them. They arrived at the airport. This is something that the Home Office is not doing. They were not doing this before. It's something that they just started doing. If you know anyone who recently came to the UK in the last 3 weeks on a student visa, you can confirm what I'm about to share with you. So when you come to the airport now, the university, the Home Office will tell you, immigration officer will tell you, you need to pay your fees, show them that you have the evidence and you're going to pay the fees at the point of entry. You're going to make payment. You are going to make payment. You're not just going to say, oh, I have the money in the bank account. No, transfer the money from the bank account. Call your parent who is saying they're going to sponsor you. Call them to transfer the money to the university account now. We are not satisfied with just saying the money is in your account, because what they are saying is that a lot of Nigerians show them prove that they have the money in their account, but the money does not belong to the person that claims that they have the money. This is what the Home Office is now doing. They are now realized that people present bank statements claiming that they have the money to fund the fees, but once the person come in, it's a different story. So that is why anybody from now on who is coming to the UK on a student visa, at the point of entry, you will have to make the payment. Make the payment at the point of entry, or call somebody who's going to pay for you. In the case of these people that were deported, they came into the country, they arrived, showed their documents to the immigration entry officer. The officers looked at the document and they said to them, okay, you said you're coming to study at Teesside or any university in England. Can you pay the fees now? Because you say you have the money in your bank to pay the fees. Pay the fees now. They realized that these guys claim that they have the money in the bank, but they couldn't pay the fees. Before, they were not asking you to pay the fees at the port of entry. This is the latest update now. The immigration entry clearance officers are now asking international students, mostly from Nigeria, at the port of entry to pay their fees before they will be given entry into the United Kingdom. If you're unable to pay the fees, and you don't have anybody who lives in the UK who can pay the fees, you're going back to Nigeria. It wasn't like this 6 months ago. 6 months ago, the entry clearance officer does not need to see any proof that you can pay the fees. You don't need to pay. As long as you show that you're coming to study and the course that you're coming to study for is genuine, and you've shown that, yes, you're not coming to study accounting when they ask you basic question about accounting that you don't know. As long as you can justify that, yes, the course is genuine, you genuinely want to come and study, you'll be allowed to come to the country. But right now, things have changed. So if you know anyone who is planning to come and study in the UK, please kindly share this update with them. The people that were deported last week and 2 weeks ago, sadly, most of these guys, the entry clearance officers said that they are not convinced that the money that they said they have in their account is that money genuinely belonged to them. 3 of them had money in the bank account worth over 60 something million. They asked them to transfer the money to pay their fees. They couldn't do it. They asked them to convert the money to British pounds into a British bank account. They couldn't do it. Because they couldn't do all these things, the entry clearance officer said, I do not believe that you are coming to the United Kingdom for the purpose that you were granted your student visa. Because of that, I am therefore denying you access to come to the country. Just because you have a visa, it doesn't mean that you will be automatically allowed to come to the United Kingdom. So if you know anyone who is applying for student visa right now, tell them that once they go through the process of getting the visa, they need to start planning. When they are asked to pay their fees at the point of entry or transfer their Nigerian naira into a UK bank account, that they have the answers for those questions. If you do not have the answers to those questions, my brother, my sister, you'll be sent back to Nigeria. If you know anyone who recently came to the UK in the last 3 weeks, verify this update from them. I am the first YouTuber who is bringing this information to our people to say, look, this is what is happening right now in the UK. And if you're a student, you need to use it to plan. So the Home Office is now asking Nigerians to pay the fees or transfer the money that they claim they have in their bank account to a UK bank account before they will be stamped to come into the country. So share this video with anyone who is a student, anyone who is planning to come to the UK, because a lot of students are coming to the UK this month, next month, January. That is when a lot of students are coming. And if you know anyone who is planning to come through student routes, kindly ensure that they see this video. The update is that the entry clearance officers at all UK airports are now asking students to pay the fees or transfer the money into their UK account to show that they genuinely have the money to be able to afford their studies when they come to the UK. Don't forget to give this video a like. Don't forget to share, subscribe to all